I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Here at Red Leaf Press to pick up some books! Yay, books! Okay, I'm about to open my box of books. My very first box. Yeah, okay. I can do this without stabbing myself. It's a thing that's real! Yeah. It looks pretty on the back. And it looks pretty inside. Although I'm very sensitive to the Neil Gaiman effect, which says that if you open your book and start reading it, inevitably you will land on the one error that nobody saw despite having reviewed it 60 million times. So, yay! It's real! Woohoo! Yay! It's out! It's a thing! It happened! The thing that's been living in my head for 2 years is finally out for the world to see, which is mostly exciting, though also mildly terrifying. As my friend Sarah likes to say, having somebody else read your writing is kind of like letting them take a peek in your underwear drawer. Not wrong. It's pretty accurate. But I'm excited that I get to share this with the world and that I get to tell the stories of all of the really cool stuff that's being done to help kids who face hardship early in life. And I promise I'm going to get back to regularly scheduled content here now that this thing is a thing, but I wanted to share with you that the thing is a thing with pages and pictures and my face on the back of it, which is totally weird. But I do want to share a short reading from the book just to give you a flavor for what it's all about. We need never be hopeless because we can never be irreparably broken. This quote from one of my favorite authors, John Green, was a constant mantra in my head while writing this book. Despite living in a world fraught with the pain and suffering of trauma and loss, we must cling to the hope of the possibility of change. The profound experiences of adversity, abuse, neglect, domestic violence, loss of a loved one, or homelessness all leave their marks on the young children who experience them. Children who live through early adversity do not have the words to express the pain and anguish of their experiences. They may not be able to ask for help from those around them, and they may cry out through their actions and emotions in ways that we don't understand. Such experiences may seem to change their lives irreparably, and it's enough to make anyone feel hopeless. But the beauty of being human is that we constantly evolve and change. We have experiences every day that can alter the course of our lives to help us rebuild what was broken and rediscover what was lost. We as humans are never irreparably broken because our brains and bodies are built to change and adapt. And young children are often able to change more easily than the rest of us, which makes the earliest years of life the most full of hope. And the key to that hope is in relationships. It's the everyday interactions that we have with the people that we trust and who care for us that really change us, whether it's grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, friends, teachers, they all make a difference. Now, I want to shine a light on those important relationships that we have with each other, because right now, in a time when the world is full of violence and despair, it's so important to remember the people who have made all of the difference for us. So now that the book is out, I clearly need a new project, right? I'm going to be at NerdCon Stories this week, and while I'm there, I'm hoping to do some story gathering of my own. I'd like to ask people, what relationships in your life have given you hope when you have felt hopeless? And who are the positive people who have made a difference in your life, and how? And I'd love to share some of their stories and yours in the coming weeks. I'd love to get a bunch of answers about the different people in your lives who've helped you become who you are today. So I'd encourage you to share your answers to these questions below in comments or on Twitter or Tumblr with the hashtag BRGstory. I'd love to see some video responses too, though I know that's not really a thing that YouTube does anymore, but still, use the hashtag. These can be long or short responses. I just want to hear about some of the everyday heroes who are changing your life for the better. And as for me, well, you can read all about my heroes in my new book. You can learn more about the book on my website, or I'll also put a link to the ordering page through Red Leaf Press in the description below as well, should you be so inclined. And lastly, I'd like to thank the folks at Red Leaf Press for the opportunity to do this crazy thing in the first place, and to all of my colleagues, family, and friends who've been so incredibly supportive and encouraging throughout this whole process. I could not have done this without you. Thank you. So to recap, share your responses to these two questions on Twitter and Tumblr with the hashtag BRGstory. I'll be featuring a lot of these throughout the next few weeks, and I may even figure out a creative way to feature them on my website. I don't know. Haven't gotten there yet. Thanks for watching, and as I said, I'll get back to some regularly scheduled content in the next few weeks, but until then, have a great couple of weeks, and DFTBA. We're gonna try this, and this is not gonna end well. This is not gonna end well. Okay, here we go.